Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a snot booger that someone didn't clean. Cool. Use that in the motor where it belongs. Bet you clean these faces off.
No, I didn't do a full clean.
I can tell.
Yeah. Tatro's treating this like I still don't have to paint the cases.
Put it together tonight. Get them out of here.
I have to paint the cases, okay.
You can paint them all you want. It's going to give them tonight. I don't feel any bearings in here. Where's your bearings?
Right there.
Those are the junk ones. Where's the new ones?
Those are the new ones.
Sure?
Yep.
Positive?
Positive.
Positively?
HIV positive.
What's this hole in here?
I don't know. Crank position sensor for fuel injection.
Is that what it is?
If I were to guess.
You can put these in correctly?
Probably.
Where's your tool?
Probably in here.
Where's it at? Which one?
This one.
Nope.
Damn.
Maybe I'm mixing up all my tools. This one? Could be. Nope. Too big. It's close though. That's a new tool. I picked that up somewhere. It almost doesn't fit.
Your head is so big it takes up half the screen.
How about this Sportster one? It doesn't work. You know why?
It doesn't work?
It's a Sportster. I always use one of these.
For a Subaru Sportster? Kind of lesbian tray.
Thank God I got stainless steel toes.
Look at that. Got our first guess.
First try.
Let's get the stainless steel toes in the picture.
Steel toe.
Safety first. Oh shit.
Are these the correct ones?
Probably.
What was that on my? I thought you already cleaned my tools off. Must be got them all dirty.
I didn't get nothing dirty.
You didn't get nothing dirty. You didn't clean it either.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you didn't clean it. I'm pretty sure that you didn't clean it. This being a Harley part, you can actually just push this shit in without worrying about breakage. That doesn't fit though.
Some clearance?
Does fit. Take it to there.
Just push through it. Go right through it.
And hold on, perfectly centered.
Well, it's not. Hold on. It's not centered. It's not centered.
You sure?
Now it is.
That way, move toward me. Okay, that's only 1.5 tons. How much pressure we put on it?
No, stop.
Stop?
What
Stop at 1.5 tons. If you do that on a twin cam, it breaks. It'll jump. Yeah, I know.
Is he broken one?
Yep. I've broken more than one. Ooh, that is sharp.
What'd you touch?
You can feel
Oh.
that. Feel that.
Unbelievable.
You didn't get rid of that at all. You can tell by how it's going to bleed right here. It shaved off some of the hair and a little bit of the skin with it too, but it didn't get no meat, so it's okay.
Missed the meat.
Missed the meat.
Come on, you want me to center that?
Center what?
It's not even close to center. Hold.
Tatro's arm hairs are thicker than timber. They don't make men like they used to.
I'm trying to center it.
It's still sharp every time I touch it.
Well, stop touching it.
Well, I'm working. There's a problem. Here, go put those back. Pretend like you know what you're doing. This seems like a knife.
Right in the engine. Maybe if we read the warning label on the engine, it would have said, be careful for pointy ends.
Well, they could have took 30 seconds and just did that.
Nah.
Then you wouldn't be bleeding like that.
My God.
We gotta report this to OSHA right away.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a 0 days since OSHA
Let me put
reported
some
injury on the board.
disinfectant on that.
Did you? I don't think that's how it works.
Want to show us your preferred disinfectant?
You didn't like my disinfectant?
The one you endorse?
I endorse that 100%. Give me my oil. Not much left.
Did you just shake it?
Did you use this all up?
Yeah, I was drinking it. The flavor is just excellent.
At least
Luke
fill it
puts
back
that in
up
his
when you're done.
monsters.
You just could fill it back up.
Like it's
after you do
tahini.
that.
Okay. Ooh, teacher's going all out on this bearing. I've never seen him do that.
Do it all the time. Except I'm usually I'm not so sloppy. Tired. Past my bedtime.
That's right.
Your bedtime's during the day.
Are you leaving on that crank? There, did I do it right? Where's your spacer that you took off?
What?
Where's the one you took off?
Oh. It's in my bag of tricks.
I want it back. 105, that's a pretty big one for them. 105, 106.
Hold on.
Clean yet?
Come on. Patience, Padawan.
I'm impatient. How big is it?
It's about that big.
It's that big. You're right, it is that big.
Oh, I knew it.
This one's a thou bigger. I'm gonna use this one. Be a miracle if it's even close. Okay,
I'm feeling lucky.
spacer.
Pull out the hammer.
Where's your tool?
No hammer?
You
It's
could
hammer
beat
time.
it. You could beat it on, but then follow will not be true when you're done. You can stand back if you don't get hit.
Why do it with the spacer? Just for the extra depth?
Yep.
Okay.
See, when it gets tight, you gotta spin it so it goes on. See?
To make sure it's not binding, or? Oh, you're adding, okay.
You know, the washer's on top of the lip, so when I spun it, it centers.
Oh, okay.
Right down. Did you notice how it stopped and when we did it, went right down?
Yeah.
Even the sleeve will dig on it sometimes, so you can do a quick spin like that and go like that, it's fine. Alright, I'm tired. Can I go home now?
Yeah.
Get to work. Disinfect my cut again. It's already good.
I don't know, but I heard noise.
That was your back.
Or is the wobbling crank on the tool?
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
You done yet?
Bust out the impact.
Where's your washer out from under there? Did you forget to put your washer in there?
What?
The washer goes underneath the bearing. Oh, that's on a twin cam, this is an Evo.
Okay,
Keep going.
what the fuck?
Oh, so this is going to be a 3-hour video.
Yeah, you're missing all the action though, see you're only looking at his hand. You gotta get back and watch his strain on his face. Tight.
His physique is becoming Tatro-esque day by
Get a little bit
day.
closer right here, about right here.
I was actually gonna move closer. Your tool's a lot smoother than my tool.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also been extended for
I like that.
racing application.
Racing.
It's got a bearing on it too.
Yeah.
And a special spacer to make it fit.
Do I have a special spacer?
Nope.
Is that what SS stands for?
Could be.
I thought it was Schutzstaffel. It's German.
This stuff's almost out of stiff. Is this the full one or the empty one?
It's the full one.
So is that you're applying a red lock?
It's the blood. I collect it, never use it.
Tatro's blood could be used as lubricant.
Yeah, I remember the episode of where was it the first or second Harry Potter movie when they
It's got enough nitro and other stuff in there.
Voldemort
It's good.
drank the unicorn blood?
I don't know. I don't watch that.
Well, this is what Tatro's blood is good for.
That would be blue blood, wouldn't it?
These are the tubes they sell them in.
No, has anybody ever drained a unicorn?
Not this week.
Oh.
Felt a burr right there. What's that?
It's right here.
Don't touch it there, because it can bleed. Okay, this goes on top of this. See, I would have been bleeding again if I already just deburred that, because I can feel on my hands kind of sharp. Okay, make sure the rods are not underneath the gasket surface.
Like they are.
Oh, is that why it wasn't sitting flat?
Oh, yeah, is that why? Okay. That was a clean bead.
See, it's on top of the rollers, and when you rotate it like this,
Comes down.
it lube itself.
It's like a reverse pack. It's like a normal pack.
Is the washer still in there?
Washer? The washer's in there.
See how the oils work this way down there?
Perfect. Bring out the hammer.
And make sure you don't put your finger between those two shells. when you
Don't do
tighten.
what?
Yeah, don't do that either.
Okay.
Probably too close to catch that in video. Always make sure that the
Yeah.
rods are where they belong down here before you get too tight. Not that I've done that before. And don't put them both in one hole.
Or the bearing backwards.
Never done that one.
Never done that one.
Not the bearing. Do the race upside down.
So what you're talking about, that where it kind of binds?
Good. But I get when you do it, it goes nice and smooth.
It sounds like I got a motor tick. How much force?
Tighten it down. Is it tight?
Yep.
Tighten it down.
I did.
You did. It's loose. Looks like it's spinning to me. It's tight. Okay. What are you loosening for?
Oh, because we can check it with this.
Well, how are you going to check the bearing if you take the load off?
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
See, that's how that stupid Jim's tool is. It takes the load off and you can't check anything. And plus, it's not even installed, so how does it matter?
Tight, tight.
It is?
No play.
Let go of the case. See how it moves with gravity?
Yeah.
It's obviously not tight.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't move. The problem is it's tapered rollers and they're going gravity does what? Wedges them tighter. So every time you wiggle it goes tighter, even though it's loose. So you have to spin it around.
Oh, okay.
Hold the tool and did you hear it went click click and then it got tight? Ready?
Oh, okay.
You hear it's tight now?
Yeah.
Because the bearings rock down. See how it's nice and loose?
Yeah.
Racing fit. See how loose that is?
And then it gets tight.
That's because the rollers are
Yeah,
wedged.
yeah.
So rotate it around. Okay, that's good.
Oh, wow.
So that's nice and loose. That's what a race motor. Well, not full race. That's for a nice, good hot street motor, that's good and loose. Now the bearing will break in a little bit more, it'll get even looser. But right now, it's good. And this will be more than the factory recommended clearance because we're going to run the piss out of this thing. But see how it gets tight?
Yeah.
Now when you put it in the motor and assemble it, it'll stay looser more often when you roll it. On my race bike, I have that thing go tunk, 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 tunk. You know, like the right case was, how loose that was?
Yeah.
That's how I run my motor. But that's for an 8,000 RPM motor all day long instead of a 6,000 RPM and 7 every now and then. This will be a 7,000, 7,500 RPM blip up and back down motor. The more sustained, high RPM you run, the looser you want these bearings to be.
Okay. So does it bind?
Because the crank can be that loose in there before it starts eating the case up.
Yeah.
If you have it really tight and there's no clearance, you're trying to bend this case, which knocks this race loose in the case. It also causes the rollers prematurely to wear.
Okay.
So you want it nice and loose so they don't do that.
Yeah.
That's why the rods are nice and loose.
Yeah.
So I didn't tighten these up on purpose because the high RPM motor, you want these things to be loose.
Yeah.
If you look at my race bike, my back rod is like this. It's loose.
Okay.
It's even looser than that. It's real loose. That's good. Okay, so that's good. Now, if we want to tighten up a little bit, this was a 1/2 thou tighter. And for once, this is the first time I had a bearing actually was fitted right in a lot of years.
Yeah.
That was actually fitted correctly.
I told you I was feeling lucky.
That was pretty amazing. Usually they're off by about 8,000s.
Last time I took one try for us on the other Evo.
See how one turns? You gotta go at least one turn
Yeah, and then it tightens.
to get it loose. Because once you rotate the rollers, it'll go back up to taper a little bit. Now see how nice and shitty this finish is?
Yeah.
That is because the primary was loose.
Yeah, I know. Look, I gotta extract that bolt.
You should do that before you put
I
the
know,
motor together.
I told you this, but you weren't listening to me.
Well, now it's time to do it. Now, if you want to know what the real in-play of the motor is, you put this thing together with this still attached, and you can actually check the in-play accurately.
Yeah.
Because once you take the load off of this, that can loosen up a little bit and give you a false number. But you're going to be back in this working on it, so because obviously you got to take the bolt out, which is a lot easier to do if the motor's not together.
I know, I told you that, and then...
And you want to paint it, where's my sleeve at? See right here is a holding fixture.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Factory installed holding
Factory
fixture.
holding fixture. You don't lose it that way. That was a knuckle. Put a little torque on it so it stays tight, and then screw it. Hit me right there. Right there.
Ouchies.
It's swelling up like this right now. No. We don't care.
You could hear it.
See how it wobbles like the right side?
Yeah.
Not quite as much though, but close. That's good. That means the whole crank can wobble around that much without being tight.
Yeah.
Which is good for high RPM because that crank's going to float all over the place and spin the piss out of it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and check the right bearing. You gotta make sure you got room in here for clearance. See how the snap ring's here, but you're gonna have a little in play.
Yeah.
You want to make sure the race is not tight, or the cage here is not tight.
Yeah.
Because if it's tight, then the rollers will be tight and they won't work correctly. And there are all kinds of problems. So where's your fancy tool to get that on and off? That looks like my fancy tool.
Thumbnails.
You gonna fling it off and hit me in the face with it?
Maybe you can squint your eyes.
Looks better like that.
This one's slightly off-centered. Warped.
Warped. Who's warped?
That was-
You or the customer?
That's right. Hey.
Oi. You Australian?
Oi, mate. Is this the right? Okay, it is.
Okay, take a screwdriver and rotate it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, it's in the groove. If it wasn't in the groove, it would not rotate or pop when you do that.
There's in play.
There's in play. Good, it's a good thing. We like in play. Remember this, we already pre-checked it, but
Yep.
we can check it again. Slides down nice and easy. You see how clearance it's got? It's got even more than the right left side. See? Okay.
Bada bing.
Bing and boom, bing and boom. So you got your tool for doing this or not?
No.
Why not?
I thought I bought it. I realized I didn't. Yeah.
What? What? It's flashing. The light went out? Light's on. Don't worry about it.
I'm off.
We don't care if it flashes. Alright. So you don't have all your stuff for putting this all back together?
No, I don't have the nut driver.
Do you have the tool for putting the crank back in the case?
What? You want to take the crank out?
Do you have the, you gotta take it back apart to do it.
To do what?
This here has to go in here like that.
Yeah.
Or like this. Which way does it go?
Either way.
Nope.
Really?
See, it's got a sharp edge.
Yeah.
See, it's beveled.
Oh. Beveled goes towards the bevel. That makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe you should put a key on there so it doesn't rotate.
There's two keys.
If you just put it in there without the key, it'll just rotate. And the
Are
pump
they
won't
the same
work.
key?
It could be.
Could be.
Does the groove look the same? You can also rotate the crank so the key's up so it doesn't fall out as easy.
Doesn't rotate anymore.
It doesn't move?
No.
It's probably a good sign. Got a spacer?
Spicer.
Look at that. Got another key?
Maybe. What's it to you? Kind of blends in.
Steel against steel, imagine that.
Who'd have thought?
If you coated a bunch of red paint, you would have saw that. Is it in there all the way?
No.
Think they're going easier than last time? It's going all the way.
There's a space.
Good. Sure.
I know it's on taper, but
That's right.
you got water in your lines taper.
Yes, I do. You know why?
Because there's water.
Because it's winter time. Is it tight? One more.
Perfect.
I've only had one gear break. Split the whole thing in half.
Really?
Yep. I was happy because that means it didn't break in the motor. Because if it broke doing that, there's something wrong with that gear.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing you do is after you put it all together, you rotate it and make sure it doesn't wobble. It looks like the gear is running true to the crank. If the gear is doing kind of this weird hokey dokey shit,
Yeah.
that means you're not in there all the way,
Should I put some lube in there?
or you got a bad gear. Only after you're going to put it back together. Usually you put a bunch of oil in the lower end when you do that. You
Yeah.
spin around, lubricates everything. But make sure you put the drain plug in the case before you do that.
Oh yeah? I'm guessing you learned that a certain way.
It makes a mess on your bench or on the floor.
Okay.
Alright, so this one's good to go.
GTG.
So we got to pull it back apart because you're going to take out that bolt and do some painting, you said.
Yeah.
It looks just like that motor over there.
Mm.
See, Knucklehead and Evo look very similar for some reason.
It's the same thing.
They're not much different.
Oh yeah, look at the oil cavity.
Yep, same. S&S rods, S&S rods. Bearing's a little smaller, but other than that, it looks the same, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's because they didn't change much between 36 and 99. Pretty much the same motor. Any little rust on there?
Look at that flash rust.
You can clean that up too. Yeah. All right, that's it for on this one.